Hey guys, my name is Richard Prynne and this is Diary of a Music Maker. In today's episode, I'm going to be walking you through my process for finishing up an album. Basically, I've been working on this artist called Void Seer, which is kind of like a dungeon synth, cosmic synth artist. The idea behind it being it's a fantasy world that's being invaded by futuristic aliens. That's the theme. It's all written using the synth called Surge XT, which is free and it sounds amazing. So all I'm going to be doing today is loading up my files and having a listen to them. So on all of these files, I've already got like an air quotes mastering chain. So a bit of an EQ, a cassette emulator and a limiter of some kind. That's it. I'm just going to go through all of the tracks, just skim through them and have a listen to see if any of them stand out as loud or quiet or whatever. And the idea is that I just keep it all kind of level. And then once I've got those, I'm going to then release it. Or at least, think about releasing it. Might not do that on this video, but that's the plan. Go through the tracks. And I think I like sharing this stuff because, well, sharing is caring, and also I'm trying to kind of encourage action over perfection. So I'm trying to think of it as a way for you to see that you don't have to have a perfect track. It doesn't have to be perfectly mastered. It doesn't have to sound perfect. 70% done is good enough. So here we go. These are the tracks I've got. I'll go into the MP3 folder. I've got A Plot for Retribution, Ceremonial, Lights in the Skies, The Celestial Glade, The Invasion Has Started, The Walls Are Moving, They've Come for the Stones. So that's not the order they're going to be. So The Celestial Glade has been released already. So, and I was happy with the master and the balance. So I'm going to kind of use that as my reference. Now I'm going to be using my ears. So let's go to A Plot for Retribution. Okay, that lead synth could be a little bit quieter. But let's move on. I'll kind of clean some of these up a bit. Okay, that's got a pop at the start. I should write down some notes. I think it's, it's been a passion of mine to write a lot of music very quickly and just run with the excitement of creating over like spending days, weeks, months perfecting something. So, A Plot. I like this one. This was my kind of like nod to Interstellar and Philip Glass, ultimately. Nice. Okay, there we go. I got some notes. I should just skip to the... Okay, that's an arc form track, so it starts off, you could see it as like A, B, C, D, C, B, A. So adding bits, or, I think the name of Rondo. A1, A2, A3, A4, A3, A2, A1, Okay, so let's go back to the Celestial Glade. Yeah, that seems like good balance. Lights in the Sky. Ooh, this is quite loud. I just spelled loud, L-O-W-D. Okay, let's go. Invasion has started. Okay, that's cool. The walls are moving. Nice. They've come for the stones. Is that really loud? Stones. Let's listen to the Celestial Glade. Lead synth is a bit loud. You know, I'm really pleased with these tracks. I think they sound really cool. So I've got my notes. A plot for retribution. The lead synth is too loud. Yes. Is that guy. Ceremonial. Fix that click. Lights in the skies. Just lower that in volume a little bit. And they've come for the stones. Drop the volume of that. Drop the volume of the strings. So let's do this. Void Seer, a plot for retribution. Well, this is loading up. Add a marker. I'm trying to do it so that there is some form of edit. Some form. So it's not just like my face and my screen. Ideally, I'd like this to be interesting. It'd be really nice to be able to do this outside, so it's like me sat at my desk in my garden and just chat like this in my garden. That would be fun. Because otherwise, it's just like wall, which is fine. But yeah, so remember, I'm kind of going for this like, this is 70% done. I mean, honestly, I think it's more in my head, but because I'm going to listen to this and think, yeah, this sounds great. Look how simple it is. 6 tracks. Right, where are we? Oh, okay, I've got my Logic settings. I'm doing my mentoring at the moment, so this is how I've been doing feedback. Duet. So I run a mentoring program where you join me for 12 weeks and we have weekly one-to-one calls, weekly video feedback, and access to all my courses and stuff like this. And the idea being that kind of I'm there to help you along the road with your goals, whether that's to improve your writing in general, whether that's to get a portfolio ready to pitch to libraries, or whether just to improve your confidence, or all of the above. Anyway, sales pitch over. Let's go. So lower synth lead. It's not that one, it's this one. No. It doesn't sound that loud there. Oh, it's this one. That's better. Save. I think I've got create track automation, volume fade out, or do I not? I don't know. Nice. It's got a bit of a Western showdown feel to it, which I actually really like. It sounds awesome. So let's bounce this. And MP3 as well. Plot for retribution. I'm just going to replace. Oh, neoclassical strings. Don't want that one. Projects. So I've kind of got a whole mess of projects. I did have a system where it was all labeled according to the name of the project, but they started having too many projects. I find it really hard to find stuff. So, right, Void Seer. Let's just bounce in there. Replace. Okay, while that's bouncing, I can check this off my list. Plot for retribution. The way I used to do this was actually well, sometimes I don't even do this. Sometimes I'm just like, release. So the way I used to do this was I'd export them all. I'd put them in Dropbox and I'd go listen to my car. But everything sounded bad in my car. Everything mixed and mastered sounds bad in my car. So I've got a problem with a loose speaker cover. So most frequencies make it rattle. So I thought, yeah, this probably isn't the best listening environment. I could put it on my phone and listen to it with like that, which I do. Put it on my phone, listen to it while I'm cooking. But this is actually quite nice. I thought this way I can include you in the process. Great. So plot for retribution. Let's put that in there. Replace. Done. Ceremonial. So this was my kind of... So the story is, it starts with track 1, The Celestial Glade. That's kind of like the starting scene where it's kind of like this glade where the people live in this fantasy village, and the aliens have decided they're going to invade, but you don't know that yet. So it's just setting the tone. Act 1, and then it's like lights in the skies, where the villagers notice lights in the skies. Then the walls are moving because actually these aliens, their ships give off this certain frequency which makes everybody think that everything's vibrating, like they're on mushrooms or something. Like, whoa, what's going on? And then it's the invasion starts, and then people join together for the plot for retribution, where they plot against these aliens. But whilst they're plotting against the aliens, somebody comes in. They realise that the aliens aren't here to invade. They're actually come for these magical, mythical stones that are in the village. I'm quite impressed with that story. I quite like it. Okay, here we go. Ceremonial. I don't know why there's a click at the start. Let's see. Let's just check that I've got everything. Quantize. That's oh, that's weird. Let's bounce it in place again. Oh, wait a second. Mix, create, volume fade out if I haven't already. Oh, I already have. Okay, cool. So let's bounce this in place and see if this fixes the issue. It's weird. Save, replace. Cool. I won't take it off just yet. Do you know what the sad thing about this is? It kind of makes it feel like I've got someone to hang out with while I'm working. That's one of the things I've always loved about doing courses. It's like I'm sat there just chatting away. Because otherwise, I'd be sitting here and whilst I'm bouncing, I'd be opening up YouTube or I'd be going on my phone, and then I get distracted and forget what I was doing. So this task would take exponentially more time than it does by just chatting whilst it's bouncing, which is fun. Okay, so I've got 3 to do. Now, with regards to artwork, brace yourselves. I've been using Midjourney, so an AI image generator. Boo! I know. But actually, you know, in fact, I was getting some AI to make some punk music the other day, and I was thinking, this is actually really good. Awesome. Anyway, so because I wanted the artwork to be like my old Atari games, so I was just basically like artwork in the style of an Atari game. I think I did it actually. New tab. Let's see, downloads. See, here I go, get distracted. No, that's not it. I was just mucking around with Midjourney, sort of getting to do stupid things like Yoda smoking a cigar in a burger shop type of thing, and that was just making me laugh. It's that type of stuff I get distracted by. As you can see, that's not. So here we go. Here's the album cover. I did do these. I maybe just haven't downloaded them from Midjourney yet. There we go. This is the idea. This was the Celestial Glade. You can see kind of like it is kind of like a futuristic fantasy land, but in my brain it wasn't quite so futuristic as this, but here's the aliens. Yeah. Okay, now let's check with that, save that. Before I close it, let's just check to see that the ceremonial MP3 Cool, the click has gone. The click has gone. Replace. Okay, now I can check that off the list. Good. Ceremonial is done. Lights. The lights in the sky? Lights in the skies. And what was it? Main synth loud. Close. Okay. So yeah, I've already got these chappies artwork for these, I think. If not, I'll just hop onto Midjourney and get those sorted. Oh, it's just this. It's a bit loud. I mean, I could load up Fab Filter and just squash those frequencies a little bit. Yeah. Oh, now that feels loud. Cool. Oh. Listen to that. This is so cool. I think this was actually the first track I wrote, The Lights in the Skies. I was loading up Surge XT and I was playing through the presets and I thought, oh my gosh, this is like a Steven Spielberg movie. Oh, did I click the wrong thing? Oh, I did, yeah. That's annoying. Move to bin. Let's just rename these. Lights in the sky. And move that there. Replace. Done. Save. Close. Tick. So I've just got one left to do, and that's they've come for the stones. The thing I'm really, really enjoying about all of this is it feels like I'm world building. Like I'm kind of, yes, I'm world building in the sense that I'm creating a story and a narrative, a concept album. I'm story and narrative behind each individual album, but it kind of feels like as I work through all of these different artists, it's kind of like each different sort of genre is a directorial take on the same world. So this kind of dungeon synth stuff is like the gritty 80s kind of almost home movie style fantasy world, and then my epic traditional stuff, more trailerized stuff is the trailers for that world, make it sound cool and awesome. And then my slowcore stuff is kind of like, imagine that in this world there is kind of like a present day, like almost like the Upside Down in Stranger Things, where it's like the normal world and the upside down world. It's almost like this, that in the mirror world, you've got these really sad teenagers listening to sad music. Yeah, that's a bit loud, isn't it? Okay, get these strings down. There we go. That's good. Oh. And I think I need a new computer, or at least to... or at least, maybe I should free up some memory. Okay, let's freeze some of these. Where are we? Track. Customize, configure track header, freeze. There we go. Let's freeze all these guys. Yeah, I've got a fade out, and it's not too long. Let's freeze them all. There we go. So, I mean, that was embarrassing. And this is the thing I'm finding with this. So I upgraded my 2010 Mac with a 2013 Mac. I say upgrade, of course, in air quotes. I upgraded it, and it's struggling. It's like Alan Sugar in The Apprentice. It's for that reason I'm struggling. Or should I say Lord Sugar? Anyway, freezing these tracks, and I keep having to freeze loads of things, and it's really, really annoying because when a computer works fast and easy, it's just like the creative process is just like, yeah, this is amazing. Whereas this, you like freeze, play, unfreeze, fiddle, freeze, play. It's just, yeah, mind-bogglingly annoying. Right, so I've got the strengths. I think I've done all the work that needs to be done. Well, hopefully I don't need to do anything else because I've frozen everything. And yeah, that's kind of the ticket, really. Oh, I love it when it does this. I knew better than that. I should have stopped it at 53. You know, that's the length of the project. Otherwise, it spends half of its time freezing the rest of emptiness, which is really annoying. Anyway, so that's kind of the idea, really, is just to kind of go through this with this approach of 70% done is good enough. You know, done is better than perfect. And even if you do release it with a mistake, yeah. I know. I'll be like, what? You gotta. Yeah, it's like when people see that I don't leave any headroom. Anyway, I'm jabbering on a little bit, but the point of this is to enjoy the process. I've spent too long working on music projects that I just didn't enjoy for the sake of an external goal, you know, landing a placement or getting in with a certain publisher or this, that, or the other, or just earning more money from trailer music. There's always trailers, but this is so nice just to work on the tracks that I love and get me excited and energize me. I come away from this, working on this, doing this chat about it, I come away from it like I almost have to run around the house clapping and making silly noises, like, you know, which I've always done anyway, but I almost have to do that to get the energy out that's exciting me. And those of you who've watched or bought any of my courses will know that I will start writing an idea and they're like, oh, hold on, this is exciting. And then I'll just carry on. And that's where I want to be with my work. And yeah, I hope this excitement is infectious, not just annoying. It probably is a little bit annoying, but see what you can do. Approach one of your projects with this idea of 70% done is good enough. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably go for 60% done. I mean, imagine you're sitting an exam. What's a pass? 50%? Why is it okay for somebody to sit an exam and then become a doctor or a lawyer after having 60% right, but us musicians have to get it to 100? I mean, admittedly, if you're a doctor or a lawyer, you're sitting there thinking, it's way harder. And okay, yeah, it probably is. And I'm not really comparing them like that. I was just thinking, be easier on yourself and be nice to yourself and enjoy the process and share what you do with the world. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay.